Now we're going to tie in all the lessons together, okay? So here from lesson 1, we learned that the TJP, the ticker symbol, is the current price is $30. All right, it's trending for $30. We have a bid price from the buyer that's $29.99, an ask price from the seller that's $30.01. The spread is the bid price minus, the ask price minus the bid price, which gives us a 2-cent spread. This is telling us that maybe around I could get in, buy my shares around that price or sell my shares around that price. I could have a spread of 2 cents. Am I willing to take that 2 cents for however many shares that I'm buying or selling? Am I willing to lose that or gain that? All right. Then we go over to price activity, which leads us to our candle. We have a candle with a OHLC. The open price was $29.50. The close price was $30. The highest it reached was $30.20. And then the lowest it reached was $29.40. Looking from this, can you tell me what color this candle is? It's a green candle because the closing price is more than the open price. That brings us down to the volume bars that's below the candle. The current volume is 1.5 million shares, but the normal volume is normally 500,000 shares. Our relative volume calculation, is the current trading activity divided by the normal trading activity, and that is going to give us a number, which is a 3.0 relative volume, meaning that it's 3 times more trading activity than normal. 3 times normal. We just put all the lessons together. That gave us price, time frame, the OHLC, the spread, the volume, relative activity. And from all this information, it should lead you to asking, what's the context? And y'all screenshot that. That's what builds a trader. Not looking at all of this and saying, you know what, I'm about to get in and buy. Because they leaving me, the prices is going up, 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 they leaving me. No, you got all of this information. This is all giving you context. What's going on? What's happening here? What does this all mean? All right. Let's jump on into that test, that quiz. All right. Now, again, if you are taking a quiz, try to do it on your own. Try not to scroll back through your notes, even though it is open book, open notes, okay? But try not to scroll and try not to Google. If you not taking a quiz, do you, boo? It is what it is. All right, so number 1, question 1. What is volume? Question 2. Tony buys 200 shares from Bob. What's the volume? Is it 200 or 400? And why? Okay. Question 3 is a true or false. A stock had 5 million shares of volume. So that means 5 million shares were bought and nobody was selling. Is that true or false? All right. Question 4. A 5-minute candle shows the price going from $10 to $10.50. The volume was 750,000 shares. What does the 750,000 tell you? And what does it not tell you? All right. Question 5. Stock A normally trades around 1 million shares. Normally. It normally trades around 1 million shares. But today, it traded 3 million shares. Using the simplified calculation, what's the approximate relative volume? And remember, hint, hint, relative volume is the current trading activity divided by the normal trading activity. So it normally trades around 1 million shares, but the current trading activity is 3 million shares. All right. Question 6. Stock B normally trades 2 million shares, but the current trading activity is 1 million shares. So normally it trades 2 million shares, but today it's trading at 1 million shares. What is the relative volume? And is the current activity above or below normal? All right. Number 7, explain liquidity like we in kindergarten. Do you understand liquidity? All right. And question 8, why might a day trader care about liquidity when they're trying to sell a position? When you're trying to sell trades, why should you as the trader care about liquidity? All right. Let's go ahead and answer these questions. Okay, so number 1, volume is the amount of shares being traded at a specific time frame. Okay, it's the number of shares traded during a specific time frame. Question 2, the answer is 200 shares, because only 200 shares was leaving Bob's hand to sell to Tony. So the volume is 200 shares. Question 3 is false. Volume doesn't necessarily tell us, volume only shows you how many shares were going from one hand to another hand. All right. Wait, what was question number 3? Sorry, y'all. Question number 3, a stock had 5 million shares of volume, so that means 5 million shares were bought and nobody was selling. That's false. Because remember when I said a trade has to do with a buyer and a seller. So you can't say, oh, nobody was selling, it was only buyers, because who was selling to the buyers? How was they buying? Who was they buying from? So that's false. Question 4 is 750,000 shares were traded during that candle's time frame. All right. Question 5. 3. The relative volume is 3 because 3 million divided by 1 million, 3 to 1 is 3. So approximately 3 times the normal activity. Question 6 was 0.5 because it was half of the normal trading activity, because the normal trading activity was at 2 million and the current was at 1 million. Remember, the equation for the relative volume is the current trading activity divided by the normal trading activity. So if it was currently at 2 million, or normally at 2 million and currently at 1 million, that means 1 million divided by 2 is half, 0.5. All right. Question 7, I said 70. Question 7 is, what's the definition of liquidity, and explain it like you're a kindergarten? Is how easy I sell or buy something, or sell or buy shares without it causing any chaos in the price. So without it dipping the price or spiking the price. How easy can I get in and out? Liquid equals flow. All right. And then question 8, why should liquidity matter when you're selling as a trader? And because liquidity doesn't guarantee that the stock's overall market price won't fall, but good liquidity generally makes it easier for you to sell, for your sale order to execute near available market prices without needing to reach dramatic worse prices just to find a buyer. All right. And that is it for lesson 4. I'll see y'all back in lesson 5.